Something interesting is happening right now. Some of the busiest, most successful people I know are quietly moving into real estate, not because it's trendy, not because they suddenly want a second job, but because they've realized something about how wealth, true wealth, is actually built that most people don't fully understand. And once you see it, it's hard to unsee. I'm Jonna Weber. I'm a real estate investor, and I'm here to help you build wealth through real estate without creating a second job. Welcome to Real Estate Investing for Life. Hey, friend, if you're someone who has built a strong income, maybe you've had a successful career, you've had a lot of success in your business, but you've also had the thought, is this enough for long-term wealth? Then this conversation is made straight for you. Today, I want to walk through why so many high income earners are turning to real estate and why it might be worth a closer look for you too. At some point, many high income earners come to the same realization. They're doing really well, but their financial life still is tied to their active income, meaning if they stop working, the income stops too. And even when you're saving, investing in the stock market, your 401ks, and doing all the right things, you still feel like you're on a treadmill. You're moving forward, but slowly and often with very little control. And that's usually the moment when people start asking, is there a better way to do this? And that's where real estate starts to come into the conversation because it's not just about buying property, it's about what real estate actually allows you to do. And if you have just a little bit of patience, it has the ability to create income, to grow value over time, to offer tax advantages, and to use leverage in a way most investments don't. And most importantly, it allows you to start building income that's not directly tied to your time. A lot of high income earners, that's the shift they're looking for. The thought about stopping trading hours for dollars. We're not talking about adding more work and not more complexity, just a smarter structure for how your money is working. And I think part of the reason we're seeing more people move in this direction is for a reason. And part of that is there's just been so much noise over the years. Interest rates changing, they have flexed dramatically, relatively speaking, in the last few years. You've got tons of market uncertainty. You're hearing the time to buy was 20 years ago and doesn't work today. There's economic shifts. You don't know who to believe. But what's cool is when it's actually done in a way to think about these things thoughtfully, and you can step back and ask, where do I really want my money long term? Many are realizing that real estate isn't about the perfect moment. It's not about that exact timing. You're never going to have the perfect timing. It's about building something stable, something tangible, and something that can support you in your life over time. One thing that I think is so cool, there are so many ways to invest more passively than ever before. I wish that half the opportunities available today were something that I knew about when I really started my investing journey and just thought the one way to do that is simply single family homes, which is a great avenue, but there's other options out there too. And one thing I want to be really clear about is just by taking action investing in real estate, it does not mean you need to go build a full real estate business. In fact, for most high income earners, that's not the goal at all. I see that happen all the time. I will have potential investors come to me after they have already invested heavily in courses and gurus to learn how to fix and flip because they want that freedom. But that's not really what I'm talking about here. The goal is not necessarily to add more to your plate. And the goal, we got to keep our eye on the goal here, right? It's to build assets that support your life without taking it over. And there's different ways to do that. Some people are more hands-on naturally. Maybe they're already kind of in the industry. Some people are more passive. But the key is choosing the path that actually and truly fits your life and your goals. What I found after years of investing and working with others is that one of the biggest challenges is that most people don't have a lack of opportunity. There is so much opportunity in every market. They have a lack of clarity. They're doing all the things they've been told to do. They're looking at properties. They're listening to podcasts. Thank you, by the way. They're listening to Real Estate Investing for Life. They are saving money. They are putting money in those retirement accounts, but they're not sure what actually makes sense for them. In a way, they're kind of throwing darts at a board. And when you don't have that clarity, it's really easy to stay stuck. There's a term in real estate called analysis paralysis. And I see this especially with some of you that are high income earners, and if you're in a technical field or engineering field, I see this often, and I applaud you for your attention to detail. Sometimes there gets to be a point where you have analyzed everything and you need to move forward with that first move and let the chips fall where they may. Okay. So instead of asking, should I invest in real estate? A better question is, what role do I want real estate to play in my life? Because the thing is, after you answer that, everything else slowly and sometimes quickly starts to fall into place. If you've been thinking about real estate, but you're just not quite sure where to start, you are in the right place. Here at Real Estate Investing for Life, I'm going to walk you through how to think about this in a simple, grounded way so you can make decisions that actually fit your life and your goals. No overwhelm, no pressure, just a clear path forward. And if this is something you're exploring, I'd love to hear from you. What's been holding you back? What are you most curious about? And we'll keep building from there. You are definitely in the right place. I'm going to keep breaking this down in a way that's simple and practical so you can move forward with confidence. And make sure to subscribe. I've got more coming to help you take your next step. Have a great day, go and grow, and we'll catch you on the next episode.